hoping that you all have a wonderful Saturday. Hello, YouTube. This is DeAndre Dobbs. Happy Monday, and I'm back with another YouTube video for you all today. Y'all, this is take 3, okay? Take 3. Because the first time I tried to make this video for myself and for you all and for whoever's viewing it, I had a couple of interruptions. So I'm hoping this time I don't have any interruptions because I'm so tired of getting interrupted. So hopefully this works perfectly fine. Okay. So I hope you all had a wonderful weekend, and I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I know I did. And it was very cheerful and very just sit back and relaxed. I'm just gonna put it like that. Very cheerful, sit it back and relax. Today I'm gonna be talking about a couple of shows. Well, not a couple, it's just like 2 of them or 3. One of them I'm gonna be touching on some of my favorite wrestling moments. For those of you who like wrestling, WWE, AEW, I am a WWE fan. I'm a WWE fan. Because that's the only wrestling I know, and that's the wrestling I grew up with. So that's how that goes, and that's what I'm going to discuss today. And another thing I'm going to be talking about is one of my favorite shows. Well, 2 of them. It's Law and Order and Law and Order SVU. I'm going to be talking about the comparisons of them and some reviews about it on what I know about Law and Order and what I know about Law and Order SVU. So I'm just going to put it like, try to explain it the best I can. Now, remind you, I can only explain and tell you what I know, because I'm not the type of person to give information that doesn't match. When I try to say something or give someone information, like you guys on my YouTube videos, I try to make sure I have the correct information than to give you false information. I'd rather give you the right information than to not give you no information at all. So I'm just gonna say that. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I watched it. I'm finna dive into it. I watched it a couple of episodes of Law and Order, the original Law and Order. It premiered in 1990. Now I don't know the month it premiered in, but I can tell you it premiered in 1990. And if I'm not mistaken, they kind of I don't know, was it canceled the first time, or they took a break, or what they did, or they took a hiatus. I don't know what they did. But I know for sure that they brought it back. Because that's exactly, it's back on now. Because you really didn't hear about it for a couple of years. But if you did, if I did, I wasn't paying it no attention. Because at that very moment, about a year ago, I just started watching Law and Order SVU. So I'm going to go on and tell you, I don't know too much about Law and Order, the original Law and Order. I just know about Law and Order SVU. And I'm so sorry about my camera. I had to come somewhere to make this video, nature-like and outside and everything like that. But I can only explain to you what I know about Law and Order SVU than Law and Order. But what I'm gonna tell you is that I watched like 5 episodes of Law and Order, and I'm gonna tell you it took me some time to get into it, but it was good to me. But I'ma still grasp into it, and I'ma still watch and see how it's gonna go. Because what I learned, you can't go by what a person tells you about a show and or food or anything in general, because sometimes you have to experience that yourself about if you're gonna like it or not, or your opinion, because that's what matters. Your own opinion is what matters. And if you ask for somebody's opinion, and that's understandable too, you ask them to give you their opinion, and you know if their opinion is something that that you feel like you should have, then yeah, I agree. It's just this camera. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna tell you, I watched the 5 episodes of the Law and Order original show. So I watched it 5 episodes of the Law and Order first season, and out of those, I liked it 2 episodes so far out of it. It has hold on. It has hold on, y'all. Let me get what some lightning is. Just hold on 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. I had to, go to another place and adjust my camera because the lightning was like dark. And I ain't like that. I don't like that. So I'm back. So back what I was saying. I liked it. So far it has 22 episodes on the first season of Law and Order. So it was only 2 episodes so far that I really liked. So the first episode, it was this woman, she was on the subway. And when you on the subway, you know how crowded it can be. And people's, sitting everywhere, every corner and stuff like that. So I guess she was sitting, she was sitting down, waiting to get off at her destination or whatever. And they kept showing the outside of the subway. And the next thing I knew, it was a police around, and then it was two gunshots. I think it was 2 or 3. And the lady, she was a white lady. No offense to anyone. She was a white lady. She shot two, I think it was 2 black men. I think that's what it was, 2 black men. And she claimed that they was bothering her or trying to steal something for her. I don't know how it went because they didn't show that scene. Because I feel like some shows, when something happens like that, they be blocking out half of that stuff for you won't see it. I get that they try to make the show have a little twist, but I couldn't really see. You can't really see really if the gunshot, like if she really shot the gun or not. But the men later on identified that it was her that shot him. She said that they was trying to steal from her and that it was self-defense. I watched the episode, so They say self-defense is not murder, but really, I still was curious. I still was curious about it. Okay, um, I think, from my opinion and from my perspective, if I may, I think shows like Law and Order and crime shows, they do this type of stuff to keep you in suspense. They keep you in suspense because it's kind of like they get all these suspects that's around, and they try to, if you ever notice on Law and Order and Law and Order SVU, how they be running and stuff, you know, when the police is looking for them, and they be saying freeze police, freeze FBI, and they be trying to run. That makes you think, that makes you wonder, that person is guilty. And I believe that's how I see it, as what I'm telling you now about this lady. I don't know if she get down, get get down off that garbage can. Get your ass down. Okay, I'm back. Um uh okay, yeah. Y'all forgive me. I'm putting this in the video. I'm putting this in my video just to let y'all know. This is going in my video. Uh yeah. I really don't know if she did it or not. But it turns out that she did, but it was still confusing to me. I don't know if I'm making it sound right, but honestly, it was kind of confusing to me, no lie. Um so that was a good episode. Another episode was season 1, episode 5, I think. 5. Season 1, episode 5. Okay. It was this couple, they was a billionaire. Well, this couple, they was a billionaire. And when it first come on, you know how they have some scenes where somebody is in a compromising position, like they have a gun held up to them, or they, something bad about to happen to them, because it has to be a twist somewhere. So it was this billionaire couple. They was riding in a limo. For what I saw, this is Law and Order now, the original Law and Order. They was in a limo, and I don't know how it transpired, but it was this young black guy. I think he was like in his early 20s. Um, went went in the back of a shed. I think it was a shed. I'm not really sure, because this was back in the 90s. I was born in 1995, and this was in 1990. This was 5 years before I was born. So I don't know. I don't really. I haven't really watched it Law and Order like that. I just watched the Law and Order SVU. So I think it was a shed, and he went back there to the shed, and then once he went back there to the shed, you can hear the gunshots. And when the gun went off, the woman and the man was laying, was shot. They was on the ground. So the husband, he died, and the wife survived. Turns out the black guy that possibly did the shooting, and the white young lady, that was her husband that died, the billionaire. They eventually was having an affair. That shocked me, because I wasn't thinking about that. They was having an affair. And when I heard it, because she admitted it at the station, she was like they was having an affair. And I was like, okay, so let me get this straight. It had me question. It was like, did you have this plan? Is this your motive? Or, you know, was this your plan? Or did you want your husband to die? That's kind of, you know, what I had in my mind because I think of stuff like that. Because I feel like if something like that happened and you get involved in it and you end up getting hurt and that one person they die, it has me thinking like you had it planned the whole time. Because the husband died, she got shot as well, but she ended up getting to the hospital. So the husband died. And I watched the episode, don't get me wrong. I'm just telling you all what I know and what I saw on Law and Order. And it turns out she was guilty in the end. Did she deserve to go to prison? Yes, she did. Because, you know, that's murder. Like, if you part of the plan, something suspicious is that you're gonna you're gonna get caught. You're gonna get caught. 100%. You're gonna get caught. Okay, y'all, I'm back, and forgive me, I lost track what we was talking about. Oh yeah, I feel like if you was part of a plan like that, especially um, you know, someone's getting killed and you get like you into it as well, but you don't get the worst end of it. The other person does. That other person, they lose their life. So it kind of has you wonder, why did the husband die and not the wife? The wife was shot too. But as I told you earlier in this video, the wife and the young man, they had the affair. So my thing is this question. Could it have been that the husband wasn't being faithful to her? Was the husband not holding up his end of the bargain? Or was it about the money? Because think about it. You're a billionaire. You get out the limo and you go to an alley or whatever it was that they was in, and they get shot. But the woman, she ends up going to the hospital, gaining her sight, her, you know, everything. She was sore, but at the end she ended up gaining consciousness, all that. But the husband dies. And the young man apparently shot him and killed them because the lady and the man, they had the affair. So that's my take on it. I believe it was the money. And I believe, I can't say if she really loved the guy. I can't say it because I don't know, but I watched it. From the story that she was telling on the episode of the show, it's like, wow, peoples are really doing anything they can when it's money involved. And this lets you know that your spouses, they'll test your loyalty to you, because you got to realize, depending on what it is, you got to realize what's important: your marriage or money or fame or fortune. That's just me saying that. So yeah, that was a great episode too of Law and Order. I'm gonna try to watch some Law and Order SVU today. Okay, now to Law and Order SVU. I'm not going, I'm not going to make a whole show out of Law and Order SVU, but I am going to, try to do some comparisons to it. Now, Law and Order SVU, Law and Order SVU is such a great show, y'all. It's such a great show. I started it about a year ago, and it's a great show. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Don't listen. Y'all can express y'all opinions. When this video ends, leave me feedback or whatnot. Y'all can inbox me on my Instagram, my Facebook, or whatever. I'm gonna give you my social medias. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Law and Order SVU is way better than Law and Order. Law and Order SVU is way better than Law and Order. I'm just saying, because the stuff in Law and Order that I really saw yesterday is not even compared to the stuff you see on Law and Order SVU. To me, the people's on Law and Order SVU, to me it's a better cast. Like you couldn't pick a better cast. Like some has left, some is still on there, some the guest stars, all that. Let's see. On Law and Order SVU, you had the guy that played Elliot Stabler. You had Christopher Maloney. That's the one that played Elliot. You have the other one, the woman, I can't pronounce her name, Olivia Benson. Now she deserves her flowers because I think her name is Michaela Hashley, I think. Forgive me, y'all. I think that's her name, Michaela. But please give her flowers. Olivia Benson, give her flowers because she deserves her flowers because she embodied that role. That role was made from her from 1999 to 2022, and she's still playing it. Like, she is the star. Everyone likes Olivia. I do, because she's amazing. Like, she's good at what she does. Because you got her, you got Ice-T, of course. You got Ice-T, and you had they say that the lady that played Amanda, Kelly Gladish, they say she left this season of season 24. She left. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm on season 19 of Law and Order SVU. And I know I should have been done at all that time. But I'm going to finish it soon. I'm on season 19, episode 8 when I start back. But yeah, they say she left this past episode. One of my friends inboxed me and told me, it was like the woman that played Amanda, she left and Olivia Benson was crying. I was like, oh my goodness, this makes me, I really gotta finish Law and Order SVU because it's very getting good. And I'm gonna tell you this. It kind of got better. It got better after season 13. This was what my friend first said. And I'm gonna thank him for that, for telling me. And he was right. And if you want to know who I'm talking about, you guys, I'm going to give him a shout out. Coffee with K. That's who told me that Law and Order, SVU was better than Law and Order, and that Law and Order SVU gets better after season 13, which it does, because you know what I'm saying. It does after Elliot Stabler leaves, because Elliot Stabler, to me, he had like some really, really, really problems. Like the storylines that they had him in, it was like it's like he had a short head temper. Like I think it's like his father went there for him and his mother, and so he had to be the one to take over. He had to be the man of the house and stuff, along with other stuff. And and plus he have kids. He's married, and of course, I think it was a time that his marriage fell apart, but they ended up getting back together. I'm just going by what I know and what I saw. And now back to the woman that played Amanda. She was good too. She came on season um 12. I think she came on season 12. 12 or 13. It was one of them. She came on season 12 or 13. And I could be wrong, but I got to go back and see. Because Elliot Stabler, he left after season 12, 11 or 12. I have to look at that and see because I think it was the last episode. This young girl, she ended up getting a gun and she had a problem. She started killing everybody in the squad room, in the office and stuff. And so Elliot took the gun and he shot her and she died. And I think after that he left. And that kind of it made me sad because I love the show. But I think who it really hit the most, I think it really hit Olivia because her and Olivia, they was on the scene for 12, 13 years because they were partners for 12 and 13 years because I think they really made a good team for what I saw they had because they was double badasses. So yeah, I'm gonna say that because it was good. Because it was some good episodes from the first season to now. I only watched it to season 19. I'm on season 19 now. And I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna finish watching because those are some really good episodes and it's a very good show. So yeah, and another thing I'm gonna add to me, I read feedback and I read a while ago that they say that when Christopher Maloney he returned, he developed, he had feelings for Olivia. And I seen it coming. I was seeing it coming years ago. I seen this like in the second, third, fourth season because I thought that they probably was gonna kiss, having affairs, something like that. Because to me, I feel like they would have made a good couple. And what makes me mad is that I hate how some of these writers have these storylines and have how these people's have some of these people's planning and stuff. Like some of these writers, they be on their point, and some of these writers, they don't be hitting it worth a quarter. And it's a lot of storylines that I liked that I like about Law and Order SVU. And I think it's one of these storylines that I like and that I can look up to is Ice-T character, Finn. I like, because he has a son, and his son, came out to him, you know, as gay or whatever. Came out to him as gay. And I feel, that was touching and then that was good because it warmed me because it's good to have good support like that from a father, anything like that, or for any family member. Because what I liked about it is because, yeah, when his son came out to him and told him, it kind of, it took Finn a while to realize the fact that his son was gay. It took a while, but you know what? Finn told his son, he was like, I understand and you still my son, but it's gonna take a while to get used to and didn't want him to get hurt, which I can understand that. But I'm happy how they relationship progressed in the end. His son ends up getting engaged, and I'm not for sure if they got married yet, but I do know that his son got engaged. But I'm still not finished with the whole series. I'm gonna finish, but that was a good storyline as well. I like Finn because Finn is cool. He's one of my favorite characters as well. Besides from Olivia and Elliot, he was one of my favorite. Amanda, she was one of my favorites. Finn, like I told you, Ice-T was one of my favorites. But yeah, there was some touching storylines because Ice-T, you kind of see like the real character of Ice-T. You know what I'm saying? When you know how they be going in the hood and the Bronx and all that, you kind of see his personal state. But yeah, I really love Law and Order SVU more than Law and Order. And I hope I made sense of this video. I know I kind of skipped around a little bit, but I try to tell you what I know. And if it's any facts that I've forgotten, I apologize. And hopefully next time when I make another video, I'm going to try to do a little better. So, yeah. Also, I said I was going to talk about some WWE. I watched some WWE last night as well, wrestling. And I'm going to tell you this real quick. I love WWE. I have been since I was, 4 years old. 6 years old, I mean. And I love wrestling to this day. I rather watch the old wrestling than the new wrestling that they have today, because the new wrestling is not like the old classic wrestling. It's not like when Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Chyna, Razor Ramon, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Randy Savage, Dusty Rhodes, Jake the Snake Roberts, all those people that graced WWE, that made a name for themselves, and that made WWE legendary the way they did. Just like the women, you got Chyna, you got Trish Stratus, Lita, you got Jacqueline, you got Jazz, you got Mickie James, you got Sensational Sherry, the Fabulous Moolah, Mae Young, you got all of them. So I'm just gonna put that in there. So yeah, WWE is so good and wonderful. And if you are not a wrestling fan, that's totally fine. I just want to add my inputs in. So that will be all for today, you guys, on my YouTube video for today. Like I say every video, like, comment, subscribe. And if I don't make a video tomorrow, I will make one the next day or the day after. So I hope you all like this video. And I want to tell you to please show some support to my friend Coffee with K podcast. It's From the Sip. I'm a tag From the Sip. It's a very great podcast, and I promise you, you will not want to miss it. It is great. It is a good podcast. And also follow, who I named in the last video. I'm gonna tell you, um, Ashley Say So. That is a great page as well. YouTube channel. Ashley Say So. She's one of my favorites. Safari Universe. Them awesome. That's a great channel. And plenty more. I'm just gonna put it like that. Because these YouTubers that's already on here, and like I said, my friends, they inspired me to get back and do this YouTube. And I love doing this YouTube because it uplifts people and it makes them feel good about themselves. And I want to make it big. And I'm hoping I make it big as a YouTuber, because each video I make, it may not be the best, but I really enjoy it. And so I'm not going to give up in doing what I believe is right and what makes me happy. So I really want to thank you and appreciate you all for just helping me and supporting me through this journey. And it's going to continue. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with everyone that you know. Tell them about my page. I really appreciate the love. Also, this is my last thing. I checked my studio. I went from 2,472 to 2,527 people that viewed my YouTube channel, and I still have 14 subscribers. I'm so grateful for that, and I'm very appreciative of that. And for that, I want to thank you all, and thank you for all that's tuned in. So I hope you all have a wonderful Monday. Thank you, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.